Good afternoon, everybody. Kevin Schiller, Clark County Manager. Appreciate you all being here today. Obviously, with the importance of this and follow up to yesterday, we wanted to make sure we got an update to everybody. A couple pieces I want to report out right away. They've continued to look at any public welfare, health and safety issues for any individuals. We have not identified any, and you'll hear more about that in just a bit. Again, we got a series of experts here across our logistical teams related to our emergency management and our MAC. We've got also Chairman Jim Gibson, who also give a few words. Ross Miller, Commissioner Miller was unable to be here, but I wanted to highlight the people that are here today for question and answer. Again, Jason Douglas, Mount Charleston Fire Protection District, Brian O'Neill, Clark County Fire Chief, Justin Hopkins, NDOT District 1 Engineer, Sergeant Kathleen Vonk, Nevada Highway Patrol, General Commander Troy Armstrong from Nevada National Guard, Shannon Gregory, NV Energy, Taylor Timms with the Forest Service, Corey Enos with the Water District, and then Shannon Luce with State DEM. Again, we're going to have a few comments from Chairman Gibson, and then we'll move into question and answer.
Thank you, Kevin. Ross Miller represents this area. It's an important area to him, and he asked that I stand in for him. I'm pleased to do that. The people in the valley were all ready for a big event, and it didn't really materialize. But that's not the case with what happened up here at Mount Charleston. And we have got every agency around that has a single resource available working feverishly to make sure that power and water and all of the other, and access is provided in all the ways that they need it safely as soon as possibly can be done. So I'm happy to be here. The County Commission has been on the phone on the multi-agency calls. We've been monitoring everything and providing whatever input we can provide. The people that are really responsible for managing all of the work are the people that stand around me. And so without further ado, let me invite you. So is one of you going to talk? Right here. Okay, so we're going to hear from an expert, and then you're going to have an opportunity to ask questions.
Hey, thanks, Commissioner. Jason Douglas, Mount Charleston Fire Protection District, Assistant Fire Chief. So I'm going to give you guys a 24-hour kind of update. I was the original IC on the incident. At this time, after our 24 hours, we still have no life safety issues, meaning no one was trapped, no one was injured in this incident as of yet. Currently, our crews up there in assistance with NDOT, the National Guard, we were able to help evacuate 51 people from the community so far. At this time, no one is actively trapped and there's no one hurt. As for our district operations, we have our crews working overtime right now to ensure public safety is still there. So if there's a 911 call, we can still activate and do that and treat any incident that we have that's going on, why this is going on at the same time. And with that, because of that, our small district here, we also had to bring in our IMT team with the support of the county. So we had IMT team come in at around 12 o'clock. So with that being said, what we did was we went ahead and handed over the infrastructural needs, the evaluation needs and those type of things within the community to the incident management team. So our district could concentrate on continuing the life safety for our residents and those folks still up there. So with that, I'll give more of a briefing now over to Chief Brian O'Neill. He's the incident commander now after I switched over to him, and he'll give you more of a better input on our infrastructure needs and what the team's doing up there.
Good afternoon, everyone. Brian O'Neill, representing Clark County Fire Department and the Southern Nevada Incident Management Team. Incident management teams are brought in to manage incidents that are expected to last through multiple operational periods or a number of days and have a higher complexity with more agencies participating. And those are the main reasons why the incident management team was brought in. The focus of our efforts today has been in conducting damage assessments to try to determine what the actual scope of the problem is up in Kyle Canyon. As of lunchtime today, we had monitored over 100 structures for damage and collected over 150 different waypoints. These might be items of interest, including damage to buildings, damage to infrastructure, or other items that need follow-up, including individuals. The community of Kyle Canyon has been extremely resilient through this emergency, and they have been prepared for long-term sheltering on their own. One of the most requested items that we have received so far, though, is for water. So we will be increasing our distribution of water into the communities, and we expect the residents that are still there to remain sheltered in their homes. One of the big stories for this incident is the public works impact, which is damage to the roads and infrastructure. An important partner for us is NV Energy, and I'd like them to discuss the re-energization of Kyle Canyon.
All right, that's on the spot. All right, so we have, as of right now, we have officially energized roughly 25% of the load. That's going to be from the retreat north, residents in the north, and I also have a list if you'll stand by. And that involves the U.S. Forest Service Fire Station, the Lower Water Well Metro Substation, the DOT Substation, and the internet portion of the communications part. What we are working on now is the Rainbow Loop. We expect to have that energized, if not late this evening to early tomorrow. Then we'll move into the Old Town area. There is a lot more debris in the Old Town area, so we're working with our groups, the county and city, as well as our own operators, to start moving and pushing debris so we can access our poles. Once we get access, we can energize the Old Town area, and then we'll move into the Echo portion, the Echo Loop, to finish evaluating and making repairs there to re-energize. As far as a time frame, I cannot give a time frame yet. It's all about dirt and how we can get it into place or get it out of the way so we can get to our structures. Any questions?
Shannon, can you give them your name and your title?
Sorry, Shannon Gregory, NV Energy, Director of Operations. Any questions?
Shannon, I know yesterday you said that you guys weren't able to access some of this damage. Can you tell or kind of describe what that damage looks like?
So we can go with, in Rainbow area, you have a creek that runs through it. It turned into a river, which our pole line ran next to the river, and it washed out or made the poles lean. In Old Town, it's more of a dry area. The creek was averted. The flooding area now went into down a main road, washed out the main road, so you're talking a ditch 6-7 feet deep wide with no access. So the debris is all over the valley, that area. So we need to move the dirt first before we can get to the actual pole locations.
How many people or households are without power?
So I can give you a guesstimation. We go by meters, and roughly we have about 400 meters out of power. That does not include the population. So you're talking snowbirds and or summer people that come in and out. So as far as an accurate number from NV Energy side, I don't have one. Any further questions? Awesome. Pass it along.
Thank you, everyone, for your continued interest in this story. We would be happy to answer any more questions that you might have.
If I can ask real quick, Jason earlier said that no one is actively trapped, but just to clarify, for anybody to get out of here, they do need the National Guard to come get them out.
So the water that was running over the roadways has significantly decreased. Also, the debris that has flown over the roadways has been removed by the public works agencies that are working up there, Clark County Public Works and NDOT. So the roads are open in many places. The roads have had to be moved off the shoulder because the road is completely eroded and washed away. In other places, it's been severely narrowed. So we still are asking residents in the area to stay off of State Route 158 as much as possible because there are crews working there and it is hazardous. In many cases, the roads are completely undermined through erosion. So that's a big part of our plan to continue to distribute water and limit the amount of trips that people feel like they have to make into the valley and back. And so the damage on 158 is still significant.
Maybe a follow-up question. I don't know if this would be for Corey either, but there's no power. At least now there's more power in the area. There wasn't any power yesterday. We heard yesterday a lot of the propane tanks, the residential ones, were impacted as well. Is it fair to say yesterday at least there was no possibility for people to partake in that boil notice because they didn't have the means to do it?
Well, many of the homes still have their propane tanks. They weren't affected by the flash flooding and the debris flow. So they could have partaken in that. Many of the homes did have bottled water already because they do have a 72-hour cache that they're maintaining, and they're able to sustain themselves for a number of days after an emergency. But yes, there are a significant amount of propane tanks that were on the exterior of homes that have been washed away.
I understand that the Nevada Task Force 1 was activated. Is this the same group that was in Maui, or do you have more personnel here?
The personnel that were in Maui are still in Maui. We have been in communication with them to make sure that we are coordinating our efforts and we aren't confusing the data collection that we are conducting. But we have 12 additional personnel from Nevada Task Force 1. They're made up of multi-agencies like all the Nevada Task Force 1 deployments are. And that's rescue specialists and the one structural engineer.
This is a question either for the county or NV Energy, but with this event, does this indicate that existing infrastructure is adequate, or is this prompting the need for future infrastructure for flood control in this area?
You want to handle that one?
I can do the NV Energy side.
So,
Yep. Shannon Gregory, NV Energy. So from an energy standpoint, the structures are sound, but when the dirt gets washed away from the structures, there's not much to hold it up. So it's a completely unprecedented response, right? So we prepare as best we can, and then we move in to make the repairs once the damage gets through. From a flood negating aspect, I have no control in that world.
we can hear from water, though.
Water? Water will come to you. Thank you.
Corey Enos, Public Outreach with the Las Vegas Valley Water District. The health and safety of the community and the residents in the community remains of the utmost importance. And with that, the boil water order will remain in effect, or is in effect now, and will remain in effect for the coming days. Anyone with access to water, those of the Rainbow subdivision didn't lose access to water. They are still required to boil water for any use. We are still in the assessment phase and not in the restoration phase, and will remain in the assessment phase until we're able to safely gain access to be able to make an assessment on what we need to do to make repairs in order to restore service. Any questions?
I'm just curious, when do we think that people will be able to come and go as usual? Like, how long will it take to get back to that point?
I can't answer questions about coming and going as usual. What I can say is we had some bottled water delivered yesterday. We had 600 gallon bottles of water delivered yesterday. We had 800 more delivered today, and we appreciate the fire department with their delivery of water as well. So thank you.
Just to follow up on a couple of those questions, I think we have Nevada Highway Patrol here. We can also speak to the traffic, but obviously we're trying to assess the infrastructure currently. So with that assessment, obviously we want the roads as clear as possible so they can get their work done. So I think that's one of the key pieces. I think there's been a lot of progress made in the last 24 hours. The last piece I wanted to indicate, just because I think there'll be follow-up questions as this evolves, is the fact that we're going to do ongoing updates. So we want to make sure as constituents and others are asking questions and that you can get the word out so they know what's happening, just like the example given on the roads, so we know to keep people off the roads as much as possible so we can get needed supplies in, but really work on that infrastructure. So you will get ongoing updates. Chairman, I don't know if you wanted to close with any comments.
Well, I think just kind of to finish the comment on the county's part of this, the infrastructure up here is something that has always had our attention. So I would say we came into the event not really expecting that we didn't have what we needed up here to take care of the people. Obviously now we've had an event and we'll continue to evaluate, and if there are changes that need to be made, you can be assured, and our residents up here can be assured that we'll make the changes that need to be made if, as I said, it is indicated that change really is required. But for sure, right now it's all about making sure that people have access, making sure that they have water and they have electricity, You know, if those folks who are in need of help with their propane systems haven't reached out, they need to reach out. Our whole idea here in terms of what motivates us is simply that we need to make up the ground that has now been taken from us. We didn't lose that ground, it was taken from us, and we'll win it back in every way. And I think that our residents up here, we've had lots of communication with them, and I think they understand that we're committed to doing what we have to do as fast as we can possibly do it. The problem is, of course, that the elements up here are not as cooperative as they are down on the flat valley floor. So these guys, these folks that are working up here are doing an incredible job, and we really appreciate all that's happening. And that's about what we can say about the infrastructure.
On that point, I just want to ask to any emergency service personnel, is there any successes worth singing after this event? What worked at parks or emergency services?
Do you want to answer that first, or do you want me to address the roads first?
Well, go ahead and talk about the roads.
So I'm going to answer your roadway question. We are working very closely with NDOT. They're the ones who are the state route 156, 157, 158. They are the ones to ensure that it's a safe road for all people to drive on. So our closures are going to remain tentatively in effect until Friday evening, and then we'll reassess after that.
I can jump in here too. Justin Hopkins, Nevada Department of Transportation Public Information Officer. So right now, the number one priority for the maintenance crews up here and for all of our district engineers is to get one temporary lane open on State Route 157. As you've probably seen from the pictures and video on social media, there's significant damage to a section of Kyle Canyon Road, probably more than a mile's worth of road. There's washouts, there's buckling, there's some potholes, erosion on the shoulders and things of that nature. So there's a large section that's completely impassable around Rainbow Canyon. We estimate that crews have brought in over 40,000 tons of materials so far. There's some gravel areas, there's some paved areas. They've also brought in more than 40 concrete barrier rails to try to protect some of the shoulders that have eroded. And the goal, like I said, is to get a temporary single lane open. It won't be open to the general public, but it will be open to the residents of the Mount Charleston community and to first responders. So they're busy working on that right now. The next steps, they've also been assessing the damage to State Route 157, 158, and 156. We've identified more than 30 places where there's shoulder erosion. We estimate that's probably more than 11 miles of shoulder erosion that will need to be repaired in the coming weeks and months. We're also going to put up temporary barrier rails, so we hope to open as many of those roads as possible within the coming days, but I don't have a timeline for all of that construction at this time.
All right, so I was going to talk about kind of some of the success we had. So I'm going to backtrack to the start of the incident. Actually, a couple days prior, right, we declared that emergency here in Clark County, and we got the National Guard activated. So just starting with that, and I'll paint my picture of what I saw. I got here at 2 a.m. when our first reports of water flowing down through the community was happening. When that happened, our staff started to activate. We also had NDOT was there within 30 minutes. The water district was already on scene. NV Energy already had a lineman out who was helping us there. We were already prepping for this storm. We didn't know what was going to happen with it. And then within about an hour and a half, we had the National Guard there to assist if we had to get people evacuated immediately. So I think the coordination between our agencies, everybody you see behind me, was very key, and I think it was very successful. We have no fatalities. We had no injuries. I think that's a very big win for Clark County, for Mount Charleston. So I think if you want to paint that picture there, that's kind of a very, very successful, in my opinion. This could be a lot worse if we didn't have some of the preparation we had. The Forest Service with their closure, I think that was key as well. We get a bunch of campers down in the campsites. So I think the pre-plan was actually our biggest success when it comes to what happened 24 hours ago. With that, I'm actually going to introduce the Forest Service, Taylor Timms. There's some information he wants to pass on.
Thank you, Jason. I'm Taylor Timms with the U.S. Forest Service, Acting Recreation Staff Officer. This message is really to the recreating public and kind of addressing the business as usual. We do have the emergency forest closure order in act right now. We are working in alignment with all of our partners back here to make sure that they have enough space and are able to do what they need to do to open back safely. With that being said, there's a few holidays, things like that. I know that a lot of families like to come up and, celebrate camping, do everything that they want to do up here. But with that in mind, we don't have a timeline of when we're actually going to be able to be back open to the recreating public. Please keep alternatives in mind for any upcoming events that you may have. Other than that, I'm open for any questions.
Given with the forest closures, what advantage did that allow you to take leading up to all this?
The emergency forest closures were actually key in getting a lot of people off of the mountain. This is a historic event, and a lot of people didn't know what we were in for up here, and that includes the recreating public. So with that, we were able to get hundreds of people off of the mountain and safe in the valley, even if, they might have been upset about their inconvenience momentarily. But we can see that the damage is pretty catastrophic at this point, so the closure really helped us get ahead of that curve. Additionally, it kind of allows us to have time to go through our policies and be able to issue refunds and hopefully get some people out there to make other plans for their summer.
There's more potential for rain on Thursday. What sort of impact could that possibly have on everything that's going on up here right now?
Pretty much everything that's already happened, but maybe a little worse. So we're probably just going to be standing by, hoping that whatever infrastructure we do have in place, and I don't want to speak out of turn, but even for the Forest Service, that it holds tight and that we can hopefully see improvement from here, but we don't really know until it comes. I don't know if they have any questions, but any other questions, or I can hand it over for a closeout. All right, thank you.
Again, with that, Kevin Schiller, Clark County Manager, thank you for being here. Ongoing updates will be provided, and we can follow up with you after this also. Thank you.